Hello and welcome again to Mission Live. I'm Roger from the MSC Mission Office. Welcome again to a new week. And in Sydney it's going to be cold but sunny. I don't know what it's going to be like in the rest of the country. Tomorrow is the feast of Blessed Peter Taurot, the first martyr in Papua New Guinea, and hopefully will become our first saint. I thought this week to talk about martyrs, but I don't want to talk just about things that happen in history. We might do a little bit of that. Just thought with martyrdom, when and how and why does it happen? It seems it happens when there's some crisis of the faith, where the faith and those who believe are under some sort of persecution or in some way. So it would seem to be a time of stress, a time of conflict, particularly a conflict of ideas and beliefs. So that one group, usually the dominant group, has a different idea and wishes to stop a certain faith, a certain practice of the faith. And that's what happened with Peter Taurot and the Japanese in the Rabaul area. It is also, I would think, a time of crisis, in that it's a decision-making time. And crisis means at a time when we must make decision. Do I believe this or I don't believe this? Do I hold to my belief, or do I back off, or do I give up? So there's all those sort of questions in it, and to me, within that, there is stress and suffering. Before a person comes to the decision to give his or her life for the faith, there must be a lot of stress in many different ways. Last week I was up in Canberra for various reasons, and as part of that, I had a short meeting with two men from the Catholic Education Department up there, because we're giving some fire relief money to families down the south coast. It was a very good meeting. As part of it, one of the men said, a lot of the principals, the teachers, and everybody down there in that area is tired and under stress, because the bushfire started in November and went on and were so devastating and so bad, so much loss of property and livestock and life and so on. And when they just thought they might have been coming out of it, then the COVID epidemic started, and so they're still under stress. And so much so that they told all the principals and headmasters during this break, go home and have a rest, because it feels like it should be the end of the year, such as the tiredness, but it's only halfway through the year, so they have many months to go, and it's cold, as usual in July. So there's a lot of stress, a lot of tiredness. People have struggled and are still struggling. I'm not saying that they are martyrs in that sense, but in the sense that we are all in some way can be martyrs, because no matter what we believe, whether it be our Catholic faith, our Christian faith, or whatever faith we have, but what are the deep concerns in our life? Might be family. I've 3 F's here: family, farm, and factory. And these take up a lot of our time and effort and energy to be in the family, to care for the family, to care for the farm or the factory or the business or whatever it might be. And we will work hard and we will suffer for those things. And this can cause us stress, particularly at the moment when a lot of those things are under stress and duress. So this idea of being a martyr is not a negative thing at all. It can be, yes, for what I believe, what I hold dear, what is important to me, I will suffer. I will work hard. I will give up things. And I guess at that point, at some stage, if it comes to it, I will give up my life. And that is what the church considers to be a master, someone who has given up their life. But in other ways, people suffer because of what they believe. It might be just social prejudice or personal attacks because of what I believe. And this is some form of suffering and it also requires the constant making of decision. How do I hold on to what I believe, what is dear to me? How do I endure? Or do I give in to temptation to back off or to give up? So in all of this, in declaring martyrs, the church recognises those who have gone to the limit, but it also recognises all of us who work under stress and duress and suffer. And this certainly is part of the mission of the church, part of our mission alive. So whatever your struggle today, I wish you well, and I particularly offer my prayers to those who are still suffering under stress and duress and tiredness for what they believe in. Have a good day.